Ryan, what is 2 to the 4th power?
16.
16. And we get that because we take 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, and that gives us a value of 16. That's different, isn't it? 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 gives us 16. Okay, and the reason I write that, you should have that one memorized. That's in our list of memorized facts, is that we want to be able to take the 4th root of 16. So when we're looking for the 4th root of 16, we want to find what number, when we take it to the 4th power, gives us 16. We just did the problem before, so that answer would be what, Cody Jarbo? Huh? 4? If we take, now, if I wanted the square root of 16, then I'd be looking for what number, when we square it, gives us 16, which would be 4. But on this one, if I take 4 times 4, that's 16, times 4 is 64, times 4 is 200 something or other. So this exponent, or this index is what it's called, indicates it needs to be a number times itself 4 times. So when we take 4 times itself 4 times, it's too big. So, but if we take and look back up here, if we go 2 to the 4th, it's 16. So our answer simply ends up being for this that the 4th root of 16 is 2. When you take 2 times itself 4 times, it gives you 16. So we're just going to be looking for the roots, and I call this the 4th root. We're going to look at some others where we'll call them by something else. So starting with this top one, and this is one we actually just did. There's not an index value in this location on the square root number, or on that radical. Those symbols are called radicals. And if there's not a number in that radical, it's assumed to be
4, because 4 times 4 is 16.
But what's this value here? What am I call it the square root, so I'm looking at what number times itself
Equals 16.
twice,
Yeah, times
equals 16. So even though there's not a 2 there, it's assumed that that's square root, so the square root of 16 is 4. Okay? The point is, make sure you understand that if there's not a number there or an index there, then you know that that's 2. Now this next one, we have a 3 in the index spot. So we're looking for what number times itself 3 times gives you 27. Okay, Raven, what do you get on this one?
3.
3, and let's just double check that. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. Ryan, you get this one. The 5th root of 32. What number times itself 5 times gives you 32? While he's working on that, one of the things you can do is just kind of think, well, if you look, what's 3 to the 3rd power from the previous problem? 3 to the 3rd is 27. So if I went 3 to the 4th, that's obviously going to be bigger than 32, isn't it? So 3 to the 5th is even way bigger. So if 3 is too big, then you try 2. 2 times 2 is 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16 times 2, 32. So that value ends up being 2. Again, this is partly why I had you memorize those multiplication facts or those power facts early in the year, where you take and square or cube or take something to the 5th power. I didn't mention it. On this 3, the 3rd root of 27, I call that cube, the cube root of 37. Cube meaning 3, And the cube mean 3. Okay, and then whenever it's anything past that, I do square root, cube root, and then anything above that is the 4th root, 5th root, 6th root, 7th root, whatever it might be on that.
Did you draw your 3? It's like way bigger than the 5.
No, I didn't. It actually came out of one of the pre-formed things. I actually drew the 5. All right, so the 4th root of 81. What number times itself 4 times gives you 81, David? Raise his hand quickly. Cody? If it was the square root of 81, 9 times 9 gives you 81. But it's not the square root, it's the 4th root. Mary Kate? 7 times 7 is 49, times 7 is 120 or 220 something, blah, too big, right? Raven?
3.
3. 3 times 3 is?
9.
9 times 3? 27 times 3? 81. So the 4th root of 81 is 3. Very common mistake to see that and think 9 just because we know the square root of 81 is 9. Similar to the 4th root of 16, that whole thing. All right, we've had the cube root of 27. What's the cube root of 27, Kylie? One number times itself 3 times. Huh? 9 times 3 is 27, but what number times itself 3 times gives you 27? What's 9 as a product of primes? 3 times 3 times 3. So what is that? 3 to the 3rd, isn't it? So 3 to the 3rd is 27, so the cube root of 27 is 3. Square root of 16, Cody Miller? That one's 4 because it's assumed to be a 2 there. And then the cube root of 8, James? 2. Charlie, do you have a confused look on your face?
No.
Okay. I had a student when I was first teaching who I still, whenever I see a student looking at me like that, what I think they look confused, I think they look confused and they're not. I would ask Pam, and Pam would just be going. I say, Pam, you got it? Oh yeah, I got it. So she'd be looking at me like I was crazy. Pam Riddell. Her dad or her grandpa is Jim Riddell, Riddell Construction stuff. No. Okay.
When I hear Riddell, I think sports.
Yeah. All right, 1 to the 5th power. This is a hard one. Cody Leonard. 1 to the 5th power equals what? 1. Very simple, isn't it? 1 to the 5th power is 1. So what is the 5th root of 1, David?
1.
1.
So anything to the power of 1 or the cube,
Anytime you have the base of 1 to some power,
it's going to be 1.
it's going to be 1. Anytime you take the root of 1, it would be 1. Because we can take 1 times itself as many times as we want, and it's still going to be 1. Yeah. Now we're going to mix in our exponents in our order of operation. We simplify parentheses first, then we go to exponents. Now I'm throwing in roots with the exponents. Square roots are going to be grouped with exponents. So we have some of everything here. We have some parentheses. Please excuse our dear Aunt Sally, or my dear Aunt Sally, sorry. And I have 4, and then in parentheses I just have addition and subtraction, so I'm going to work left to right. 3 minus 2 is 1, plus 8 is 9. Taking care of the parentheses. Then I have exponents. I have 2 different exponent values I'm going to work. I have this, and I have this. Again, I'm grouping the square roots, cubed roots, into that exponent part. So I have plus 2 to the 2nd is 4, minus the cube root of 27 at this point, everybody knows? 3, plus 12 divided by 2. So I've taken care of my parentheses. I've taken care of my roots, or my exponents. Now I'm ready for any multiplication or division that I might have. 4 times 9 is 36, and I have plus 4, minus 3, plus 12 divided by 2 is 6. And then don't be tempted to take 40 and 9 and subtract those. We have to go across. We get 40 minus 3 plus 6. 37 plus 6 equals 43. Look good? This is not due Friday. That would be last year.
Are we ahead of time last year then?
Due Monday, I believe so. Not due Monday either. That's worse. How about Wednesday? Goodness. Wednesday.
How do you write without seeing it?
I just used to it. And then it is annoying. So test will be Tuesday.
It's like
So I
writing
know
in
you
the
have
dark.
a game tonight, but you have time tomorrow. Yeah, we're at the old evil empire again. Yeah. So good luck with that.
We're gonna need it.
I'll